Beneath the surface of our world lies a realm few have ever seen. A place of crushing pressure, eternal darkness, and silence so deep it swallows even time. This is the deep sea, Earth's final mystery. I'm your host, Godwin Raffel, and you are watching Ocean Today X. The ocean begins where the land ends, but its true heart lies far below, deeper than Everest is tall. At 1,000 meters, light disappears completely. At 3,000 meters, pressure becomes unbearable, over 300 times what we feel at sea level. At 10,000 meters, the water itself becomes a weapon, capable of crushing steel like paper. And yet, life endures. In the abyssal plains, where no sunlight has ever reached, creatures thrive in a perpetual night. Here, evolution has taken strange and beautiful turns. The anglerfish dangles a glowing lure from its forehead, a natural lantern in the dark. The vampire squid, a master of disguise, unfurls its crimson web when threatened, resembling a creature of nightmares. The tripod fish perches on its fins like legs, waiting motionless for prey to drift by. And the giant isopod, a relative of the pill bug, scuttles across the ocean floor like a creature from another world. These beings are not monsters. They are survivors, living proof that life finds a way, even in the most impossible conditions. But not all that lives here can be explained. Submersibles have recorded movements in the dark, immense, deliberate, and intelligent. In 2007, during a descent into the Mariana Trench, a research vessel's sonar detected something alive, the size of a blue whale, but moving faster and deeper. No visual confirmation was ever made. When the crew reviewed the footage later, they found something chilling. For several minutes, the cameras went black. When the feed returned, the sub's exterior was covered in long, thin scratches, as if something had circled it. The report was buried. Officially, it was equipment damage. Unofficially, it was the closest anyone had come to seeing what might live beneath the abyss. Science tells us that the deepest point on Earth, the Challenger Deep, lies nearly 36,000 feet below the surface. But sonar has detected trenches even deeper, pits that shouldn't exist, cavities where sound disappears, as if swallowed by something massive. Some researchers believe they are fissures, natural cracks in the seafloor. Others think they're something else entirely. Places where the rules of biology, and maybe even reality, begin to fail. Because down here, we are not explorers, we are intruders. Down here, beauty and terror are the same thing. Every living creature is a miracle, but one born from isolation, darkness, and the hunger to survive. For millions of years, these beings have lived unseen. They don't recognize the light, they don't recognize us. And if you were ever to meet one face to face, it might already be too late to look away. The goblin shark, the vampire of the deep. It's often called the living fossil. The goblin shark has existed for over 125 million years, and it looks the part. Pink flesh, translucent skin, and a jaw that can shoot out from its skull like a spring-loaded trap. When it hunts, it doesn't chase, it waits. Then, in a blur, its jaw rockets forward, snatching prey faster than a blink. Its teeth are slender and needle-sharp, built for impaling soft flesh. Scientists have described its movement as unnatural, almost mechanical, but to the goblin shark, that's just instinct. It doesn't know fear. It is fear. The frilled shark, a relic from another time. Meet the frilled shark, one of the oldest creatures on the planet. Its body hasn't changed for millions of years, proof that it was perfect from the start. It swims like a serpent, winding through the dark with 300 hooked teeth designed to catch and hold anything that crosses its path. When captured on camera, its movements appear dreamlike, slow, deliberate, as if it's gliding through water thick as oil. Its name comes from the 6 red frills on its gills, a reminder that even the monsters of the deep are strangely elegant. Imagine a creature so dark it vanishes into the water, invisible to the human eye. That's the deep-sea dragonfish. It carries its own light, using bioluminescent organs to lure prey closer. When it opens its mouth, the light reflects off fangs so long they can pierce through its own head. But the most remarkable thing about the dragonfish is its eyes. They can detect red light, a wavelength invisible to most deep-sea creatures. In a world where everything glows blue, the dragonfish sees in red. It hunts in a color its prey can't even perceive. For centuries, sailors told stories of sea monsters that dragged ships beneath the waves. They called them krakens. Science dismissed them as myths, until the giant squid was finally seen alive in 2004. It can reach lengths of over 40 feet, with eyes as large as human heads, the biggest in the animal kingdom. Those eyes aren't just for seeing, they're for watching, detecting the faintest flicker of movement in total darkness. And somewhere, even deeper, its colossal cousin, the colossal squid, still lurks, far larger, rarely seen, and equipped with rotating hooks on its tentacles. When you stare into the eyes of a giant squid, you aren't looking at an animal. You're looking at an intelligence born from pressure, darkness, and time itself. The fangtooth, the deep, silent hunter. The fangtooth is smaller than your hand, yet its fangs are so large they can't fit inside its mouth. It looks like something that swam straight out of a nightmare, with eyes clouded white and scales black as tar. It hunts by touch, feeling vibrations in the water. At depths where even light can't survive, it doesn't need to see its prey. It only needs to sense fear. Down here, the fangtooth isn't the monster. We are. Intruders in a kingdom not meant for us. Every one of these creatures is real. They live and breathe beneath our world, never once needing to rise to the surface. They don't care about the sun, or air, or us. When we send our machines into their world, we call it exploration. But to them, it's invasion, and sometimes the deep sea fights back. At some point, the ocean stops being a place. It becomes a feeling, one that whispers that we are not supposed to be here. Every recorded descent into the deep ends the same way, with silence. Not because there's nothing down there, but because there's too much that we don't understand. The bloop, the sound that shouldn't exist. In 1997, an underwater microphone off the coast of South America picked up a sound unlike anything ever heard before. It was deep, organic, and powerful enough to be detected across nearly 5,000 kilometers of ocean. Scientists called it the bloop. At first, it was thought to be an earthquake or shifting ice, but those theories didn't hold. The sound repeated, it moved, and its pattern matched that of a living creature, but one far larger than anything known to exist. If it was biological, it would have to be the size of a megacity. NOAA eventually released an official statement. Likely ice movement. But the researchers who recorded it, they never agreed. One was quoted saying quietly, "If it was alive, we wouldn't want to meet it." In 1989, a small unmanned submersible named Nereus 3 vanished during a dive near the Kermadec Trench. Its signal abruptly cut off mid-transmission. When the surface crew replayed the last few seconds of audio, they heard something faint, a low rhythmic pulsing followed by a single metallic scrape, as if something brushed against the hull. It was written off as pressure collapse. But when the wreckage was found months later, the titanium shell showed signs of bending, outward, not inward, as though something from inside had forced its way out. In 2011, a deep-sea exploration drone in the Indian Ocean captured footage that has never been released to the public. According to leaked reports, the crew described 2 large reflective lights, each the size of a car, hovering motionless 50 meters away. When the drone moved closer, the eyes blinked, and the entire screen went dark. The feed returned minutes later. The drone was still recording, but the lights were gone. In the distance, only a faint red glow remained, pulsing slowly like a heartbeat. When questioned, the operators said nothing. Their official report concluded with a single line: visual anomaly. Cause unknown. The moving shadows of the abyss. In 2015, a group of marine geologists using sonar mapping in the South Pacific detected a shadow stretching over 800 meters long, far larger than any known organism. It moved, and it was warm. Sonar can't detect heat, but temperature sensors did, a steady biological warmth emanating from deep within the trench. The object moved across their grid and disappeared into deeper water. Some said it was a volcanic gas bubble, others a software glitch, but among the team, one note was found later in the mission log. It was breathing. The Challenger Deep, Earth's lowest point, nearly 36,000 feet below the surface. In 2019, explorer Victor Vescovo became one of the few humans to reach it. During one descent, a camera mounted on the sub's hull caught a flicker of light, small, soft, and moving against the current. It looked deliberate, as if something had noticed the intruder and signaled back. The light vanished after 2 seconds. Nothing else appeared. But that brief, silent communication remains one of the great mysteries of the ocean, a whisper from the abyss that no one can explain. Science may explain some of these things one day, or maybe not. Because the deeper we go, the less the rules apply. Down there, time slows, sound bends, and the distance between the real and the unreal begins to fade away. Perhaps it's not the ocean that hides its secrets from us. Perhaps it's trying to protect us from something much worse.